Hello, my name is Fabian Rivera. I belong to the System Engineering program. In this video, I will explain the importance of information security, the consequence of insecure development, the benefits of secure coding practices, the current information security standard, and the most critical vulnerabilities identified by OWASP. This topic is crucial in today's digital world because information is one of the most valued assets for organizations and individuals. What is information security and why it is important today? Information security is the practice of protecting data and systems from unauthorized access, modification, or destruction. Its main objective is ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information. Today, it is essential because we live in a digital era where information is stored and transmitted on every day. Organizations handle sensitive data including personal information, financial records, and intellectual property. If this information is not protected correctly, it can be stolen, manipulated, or destroyed, causing serious economic, legal, and reputational damage. Advantage of implementing security development. Implementing security development practices has many advantages. First, it helps protect the user's personal and sensitive data. Second, it significantly reduces the possibility of cyber attacks such as hacking or data breaches. Another important advantage is that it enhances user and customer trust in the system. Secure software also reduces long-term costs because fixing vulnerabilities after an attack is much more expensive than preventing them during development. Finally, secure development helps organizations comply with data protection laws and regulations. Current standards for information security and their benefits. There are several international standards for information security. One of the most important is ISO/IAZ 20001, which help organizations manage information security through formal management system. Other important framework is NIST, developed in the United States to guide the cybersecurity practices. OWASP provide specific guidelines for web application security, while PCA DSS focus on protection payment card information. The main benefits of implementing these standards include a structured, organized security process, better risk identification and management, and international recognition of good security practice. Consequence of insecure development. If secure development is not applied, the consequence can be extremely serious for individuals and organizations. One of the main consequences is data breaches, where sensitive or personal information can be exposed to unauthorized third parties. This can include names, information, numbers, password, financial data, and private communications. Another consequence is financial loss. Company can lose millions of dollars due to lawsuits, fitness system downtime, and loss of customer trust. In many cases, organizations are also required by law to notify users about data breaches, which can severely damage their reputation. Insecure systems can also be used as an entry point for layered cyber attacks such as ransomware attacks, where attackers block access system and demand payment. In crucial sectors like healthcare, banking, or government, these attacks can even put people's lives at risk. For this reason, insecure development does not only affect a system, it can affect an organization and its users. Importance of security coding practices. Security coding practices are essential because they help prevent vulnerabilities from being introduced during the development phase. This practice includes validation all user input, using strong encryption methods, applying proper authentication and authorization mechanisms, and avoiding hard-coded credentials in the source code. Developers should also follow the principle of the least privilege, which means that user and systems should only have the minimum access necessary to perform their functions. This reduces the risk of unauthorized actions in the case of an attack. Another important practice is the keeping all dependencies, libraries, and frameworks updated, since updated software often contains known vulnerabilities that attackers can exploit. Additionally, performing regular code reviews and security testing, such as static and dynamic analysis, allows developers to detect and fix security flaws before the application is deployed. By applying secure coding practices, developers can significantly reduce the risk of attack and create more reliable, stable, and trustworthy software. 5 most critical WASP vulnerabilities. Now I will explain 5 most critical vulnerabilities identified by WASP. The first is broken access control. This happens when users can access data or functions that they should not be able to access. For example, when a normal user can access administrator information. The second is cryptographic failures. This vulnerability occurs when sensitive data is not properly encrypted or is protected with a weak algorithm. The third is injection. This happens when an attacker injects malicious code into the user input, such as SQL injection, which can grant access to the database. The fourth is insecure designs. They refer to security problems caused by poor design decisions that fail to consider the potential threats for outsiders. The fifth is security misconfiguration. This occurs when security settings are incorrectly configured, such as default password or open ports, making systems easy targets for attackers. Reference. These are main references used to develop this presentation. They include official WASP documentation and academic sources on secure software design, testing, and application security standards. All references are presented in API format.